Mr. Hargrave here, and this is what you need to know about A-Force. And boy, I didn't plan on making this video, but I just got hit with this document, and I want to share it with you in its entirety since this is the only place to see this document right now. You'll have this printed in front of you when the new patch notes come out for patch 7.3. But right now, this is it. Captain Marvel gets a stat increase. More armor, more resistance. Don't really care about that. Her special on War Offense. So that tips off what this rework is going to be. The A-Force rework, it's going to be a War Offense team. I mean, it's always been a War Offense team, so no surprise there. Fill speed bar. When Captain Marvel uses her special, it's going to fill the speed bar of self and all A-Force and Secret Defender. Why do we need a new tag for this team? I don't know. I guess we're going to get some more members for this team. I assume. Well, how many characters are getting reworked here? We got Captain Marvel, Jessica Jones, Nico, and Spider-Woman. Maybe Jessica Jones is going to get kicked out. Maybe Jessica Jones. No, she has Secret Defender tags as well. I'm so confused why we need a new tag for this team if everyone's going to be A-Force. You know what the deal might be? Is maybe the new 5th member is just going to be a Secret Defender and not A-Force. That way you can't use them on any place you would use A-Force. I guess mainly that Scourge. There's like one Scourge where you can use A-Force and Young Avengers. And I guess they don't want the new character mixing in. I don't know. I don't know why there's a new tag. They didn't tell me anything. They just gave me this document. And all I know is that Captain Marvel, when she uses her special, it fills the speed bar for self and all A-Force and Secret Defender allies by 20% and gets 1,000% extra focus. So that's kind of cool. I don't remember what her special does. Let's have a look at her special and see what that extra focus is going to do for her on that. Let me click over here. And if I look at her special, oh, it's going to clear all positive effects. Clear all positive effects now with a ton of focus on it. Well, that's kind of cool for Captain Marvel. That's a big improvement. All right, I'm a fan of that. I like that. Let's go ahead and carry on and see what else is in store for us on this rework. Her passive. The old passive did some stuff. This one's going to heal. We already did that. On War Offense, heal self and all A-Force allies for 20%, but not the Secret Defender allies. Weird. And it'll give the A-Force allies some deflect. And on Spawn, military and A-Force allies gain max health and 10% damage. Well, that's cool. Oh, they were already getting the max damage and 20 and 15% health. I think they just cleaned it up. Oh, they're just cleaning up the text. It's not adding anything new. They're just putting it on one line. It used to be 2 lines. Okay. The deflect part is new. That's the new part. Well, this rework to Captain Marvel, I really like what's going on here with the special. I think that's really cool. It is just on War Offense. All right, I'm not too thrilled about Captain Marvel. I don't think that's going to really change anything that I'm doing. I mean, okay, another War Offense team. I don't really care about War Offense or War Defense teams. I really care about stuff. If one of these characters was going to get a universal buff in all game modes, that's what I'm really looking for here. Jessica Jones stats go up. Increase the base armor stat by 16%. Her ultimate now is going to apply 1 defense up to self and all A-Force allies and generate 1 ability energy for this character. And her passive says on War Offense, heal self and all Secret Defender and A-Force allies for 5% of this character's max health and apply 1 defense up. All right, I'm thinking Jessica Jones might be getting the boot. I think we're going to get 2 new characters to put on this team. And I think Jessica Jones is going to be temporary. That's what I'm going to suspect, is that we are going to get 2 new Secret Defenders and Jessica Jones is going to get kicked out of here. That's what this is telling me, because this is not a very good rework. She's just getting some more armor. These skills don't look that great. I mean, she's throwing around energy, but maybe the team won't need it with the new characters coming in. I don't know. That's just my speculation. We'll probably know as soon as the new patch hits. I imagine that when the new patch hits, this whole team is going to be revealed and we'll know everything. This is just very early information. All right, these are the two I care the most about, Nico and Spider-Woman. I'm going to tell you why in this video as well. So Nico, her stat increase goes up, damage by 26%. Cool. More armor, more resistance, quite a bit more resistance. That's pretty neat. Her special is now going to do, and this is outside, she is now going to do attack primary and adjacent targets for 300% damage, apply 2 bleed, and disrupt. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. That is really, really cool. So now she has a disrupted on her special that hits 3 people, as well as the bleeds. So that's super great. And her passive, now her passive is stuck behind War Offense, and she heals Secret Defenders and A-Force, clears 2 negative effects. Not too thrilled about that. Okay. Little bit of a buff to Nico there outside of War, outside of this team. Spider-Woman, more health, more armor, more resistance. On War Offense, she's only getting a buff on War Offense. Heal self and all Secret Defender and A-Force allies for 5%. Just she gets the heal. Oh, and 1 immunity. Well, that's cool. On her turn, she gives everybody immunity. That's dope. On War Offense, though, only. And only for Secret Defender and A-Force allies. That's kind of cool, though, that they have like an ongoing immunity buff. That's really neat, actually. I like that quite a bit. That's cool. All right. So not too much outside of War Offense. What does this mean for the game? And I'm going to relate it back to the tier list, that my last tier list that I was putting together. And I'm putting together a new safe to build graphic and new beginner's advice. Well, some of these characters are available to new players, specifically like Captain Marvel, Jessica Jones. So new players can build into this team early, although I don't know if I'd suggest it. The main part that's interesting to me is that these are Bio-City characters. When we're talking about Nico, and we're talking about, well, actually, Nico's a Mystic character. Jessica Jones and Spider-Woman are going to be our bio characters. Let me just double check that while I'm at it. Make sure I've got this up front and center here. So Jessica Jones, she's a Bio-City character. And I'm not going to recommend building Jessica Jones because I don't see her rework. It's not enough. She might be a better city bio character than some of the other options that we have, but I don't know. I'm not really seeing it. Nico's Mystic City, and man, Mystic characters, we really can't build more of those for Dark Dimension 6. We're already kind of stocked up on those. I think the character that's going to be most interesting here is going to be Spider-Woman as a city bio character. Spider-Woman has always been a good character. We just haven't had a reason to build her, or enough of a reason to build her. This might be enough of a reason to build into her now for Dark Dimension 6. We had no reason to build her. She was released like right when the Apocalypse Saga dropped. So there was never really a reason to consider her for any reason other than, you know, like a War Offense team, a very niche War Offense team. Now we might be dealing with a more meta War Offense team at this point. Will it take out, I mean, when I get my hands on this on the test server, we're going to want to know, you know, what this team does in Cosmic Crucible. We'll also want to know what kind of meta teams it's going to take down. Is it going to, I assume it's going to take down Gamma, but is it going to take down Nowhere or Big Time Spider-Man? Probably not. Probably not going to do those things. We're probably going to see it be kind of like Underworld was when it came out, or Ravagers maybe. Maybe just kind of deal with some older war meta. I think the newest war meta that we could hope for it to take down would be like Gamma. We'll see. It's going to need to do something to take care of Red Hulk. But we might actually just still see Nowhere be the team to kind of counter Gamma. This might just do, I don't know, a little more. Like right now, I think most people are using A-Force just to take down like Young Avengers teams. So that's the value add we're hoping is for more than Young Avengers. And for me, I'm hoping that Spider-Woman is a valid choice for Dark Dimension 6. That's where I would want to go with this, is to take Spider-Woman into Dark Dimension 6, because right now, and I forgot to put this on my Safe to Build graphic, somebody pointed out, hey, what about Spider-Man 2099? And yeah, no, absolutely. We have to consider taking Spider-Man 2099 to tier 18 right now. But I think that with this rework, we can consider, taking Spider-Woman up to tier 18 for Dark Dimension 6. Absolutely. Why not? It's either that we can take She-Hulk as well. Like, let me go ahead and move She-Hulk up into this conversation, because that's really the conversation that we're having is, you got to take 2 bio characters into City the way it stands right now, if you want to use your bio characters in the most effective way. You might also want to throw them onto Global. You can throw some bio characters onto Global. You can take some more Rebirth characters onto Global if you want to. But I don't know. Now we're going to have this newly reworked Spider-Woman. You had Spider-Man 2099, and you had She-Hulk, which you've already taken up to tier 17. So you're going to get a discount by taking them up to 18. Maybe you already have them at level 95. I don't know. This is kind of the debate. This is where my mind went to when I heard that we were getting an A-Force rework. I said, well, how does that impact Dark Dimension 6? I know other people out there, they're going to be speculating more on the war side of things. I don't really care about it for that. I'm more thinking, how can we get some value out of this team? I think it's going to matter what the other 2 members do, what their traits are, if they're also City characters. Is this potentially going to replace, Cloak, Dagger, Firestar from the City section? Will you want to take all of A-Force, or as much of Secret Defenders as you possibly can, into Dark Dimension 8 or Dark Dimension 6 to tier 18, and get some extra value in war if you need it? I don't know. A lot of other great videos on this channel. That's one thing I do know. So make sure you check them out. And Grave Diggers, let me know what you think, and keep digging.